Okay, so yeah, thanks for agreeing to participate in this conversation today, Erica.
That's all right.
As I've already told you, this is a university assessment piece, and it requires me to talk to someone involved in the allied healthcare profession, preferably, with a particular focus on communication in the workplace.
Yep.
So I guess to start things off, I'd like to ask you what it is you actually do.
I'm an advanced care paramedic with Queensland Ambulance Service. That's it.
Oh, cool. All right.
In South Brisbane.
Yeah. So I guess on a day-to-day basis, what sort of communication would you say you have? Like, who you have contact with?
Like just in the workplace alone, it'll start like communicating with your partner, with other paramedics, with your communications over the radio, with your supervisors. You have to communicate with the hospital, your patients, patient's family, patient's care.
Okay.
Just all comes into one.
So you've got a lot of people that you come in contact with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is it sometimes like a struggle to match up communication with different people, or does it usually just flow smoothly? And if it does, what things do you guys do that make it flow smoothly?
It depends, like, given the situation, sometimes there's a communication error with like the radio, whether you're in range for that to work, or did your message transmit properly.
Yeah.
With your patients, there's sometimes a language barrier, or a misunderstanding of maybe the patient's condition. They don't understand the severity of it.
Yep.
You just have to work out ways to come to a mutual understanding, or work out a different avenue to communicate to them.
Okay, so I guess it'd be fair to say that in the clinical industry, in your setting, that there are slight amount of communication issues that could arise.
Oh yeah, there's heaps.
Yeah.
Whether it's like between like just your partner alone, whether it's to your operators or whoever, there's just going to be barriers.
So I guess my next question would be, what are some of the things you do to overcome these barriers? Like, for instance, like a patient that doesn't speak fluent English.
I think there's a app or a phone number we can call that has a translator.
Yep.
Sometimes we often go through like maybe the daughter or the carer or someone else in the vicinity will speak English and can translate for you.
Okay.
But you can't always guarantee that what they're saying to the patient is what you actually told them to say.
Yeah.
But you just do what you can. By the time, if you do end up taking them to hospital, you just advise them that the translation's through so-and-so, or they'll get a translator down.
Yep. And does maybe like when the call gets like received for when you have a case, are you advised that the person doesn't speak English, or is it just like you learn straight away on the job?
It depends. Sometimes it does say language barrier if it's if they've done the actual call, or if it's a second party call. So the daughter's call, you get there and they're like, oh, my daughter doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
So you just kind of work it out with the trial and error, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So I guess really the next question is, so you deal with patients and you have your partner and stuff. I guess discuss some of the things you do to build relationships with, like for instance, your partner and then the patients, and I guess everyone else involved.
Yeah, so obviously with your partner, you've already got that mutual ground of you're both in the service. And at the end of the day, you're a partner, you're not an individual. So you're not going out there to be like, this is my patient, I'm only going to treat them. I tend to like to work as a team, bounce ideas off each other, because I'll see something that I didn't see. If I get tunnel vision in just the patient, they might look around the actual environment and pick up something. So communicating back to each other is not only for the patient's benefit, but also for our benefit and our safety as well.
So the duo, the partner relationship it's not just like you've got each other's backs, it's like kind of a clinical safeguard to make sure mistakes aren't made.
Yeah.
So it's super important then that you two have a solid relationship and you trust each other.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I guess that carries on to how would you build a relationship with the patient? Like you don't have much time obviously because you're sort of there for maybe an hour at most.
Yeah, so it obviously starts off with that like would you screen assessment, or even just before you even start like your primary survey. You look at like the ethnicity of the person, the socioeconomic of the area, the type of job you're going to. You just have to treat pretty much everyone like I do. Treat everyone the same at the start and just work out a way of what's the best way to communicate with them.
Yep.
And try to ask open-ended questions rather than closed answer questions.
Yeah, okay.
So that way they can actually try and talk to me, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah. So I guess it's better not to lead a patient because then they might give you sort of misinformation.
Yeah, not necessarily. It just depends on the type of job you're going to. You want to try and be on like a mutual ground to the patient rather than I'm here, I'm the dominant person.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess would I be right in saying that like a good part of your job involves a lot of non-verbal communication, like you sort of size up the person, and then like their body language and all that stuff gives you an indicator of how you need to approach a situation?
Yeah, so as you say, like the start of your primary survey is D for danger.
Yeah.
So it's always about our safety first. And that's what you do as soon as you get there. You need to work out, do I keep a distance, do I come close to this person, are they going to lash out at me, are they not? The environment you're in.
Yeah.
All depends on the way your body goes by. I tend to always try and stand upright.
Yeah.
And then if I have to, like, you want to try and get to a level ground with them so you're not standing over the top of them.
Yeah, okay.
So they don't feel.
So I guess, yeah, non-verbalist, and you don't want to appear imposing upon the patient. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool.
But then you don't want to have a closed body shape either. Like a victim or.
Yeah, I guess so. So when you find a particularly frustrating patient who's sort of just not really complying, what's some things you do to mitigate the damage to a potential relationship, or just to help them ease into you helping them?
You just have to explain the situation. If they've called you, you have to be like, you've rung us, we're here to help you.
Yeah.
And obviously it depends on the situation you're given, but you always try to reiterate that we're here to help you, that you don't have to accept our help if you don't want to. We can't force that upon you, but it's not going to hurt you if we just take your blood pressure quickly and see if there is a way we can help you. And just tell them the avenues of options that there is for help, whether it's come with us, come to the hospital, would you rather go see the GP, or do you have a family friend that can come look after you if they really don't want your help. But at the end of the day, if they really don't want your help, there's no what we can do.
Yeah, so if someone refuses, you guys kind of just, that's where you end it.
Depending on the situation, yes.
So say if someone is sort of refusing to get like a BP or something, like what would be something you would do, apart from just saying like, you know, it's not too bad, they say they still refuse. Is there anything else you do? Or does it kind of just end there for you to just go, okay, no BP?
You just don't do it and have to write up in your paperwork like visual observations. So you're like, patient refused blood pressure, however they were well perfused, not diaphoretic, not sweaty, not didn't complain of lightheadedness, nausea, vomiting.
Yeah.
Had a present radial pulse, so they should at least have a systolic abnormality.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.